Hello everyone, welcome to another lecture on C++ programming language. We are on lecture 44 on C++. We are on lecture 44, and in this lecture I write a simple calculator, or I write a simple, small project, using, do while and also using switch case. So any programming concept we studied earlier, when we perform a project, that project may be small, that project may be, or big or medium, we need to use those, basic C++ concepts which we studied. So any project we write, maybe on that project we use if, we use, loops, we use, switch case, we use conditions, we use variables. So this is a simple mini, calculator. So in this project, we write a simple calculator in C++ using do while loop and switch case. So first we declare our variables. I declare first our you know mm, two variables, double number one and number two. And then I declare another variable, C char, and I call it, uh, operators or operation. And then I declare another variable, you know, type of bool, and I call the name of this variable flag, and I put a value of true. And later I will show you why I declare this variable. So let's see. I name this variable as the flag. So here, what we do first, I write a do while loop. So here I use do because I need to see out to the user, first I see out, you know, welcome to C++ calculator. And then, backslash n, which, creates a new line. And then here I see out, plus, I say plus for addition. Or you can, put inside the parentheses, So plus for addition. So I write like this. Let's do it like this. Plus. Then I write here. It's better to write addition. Then backslash n. Then cout dash for subtraction. Then cout. Of course, we use, star for multiplication, and cout. We have forward slash for, for division, not forward slash, this backslash. So forward slash for division. And then we see out, we can add other operators as well, any operation you want, like you sine, cosine, tangent, modulus. But we just, do this for operator, for basic operations. And then I see out, and I ask the user E for exit, okay? E for exit and backslash N. And now I enter and I see out the user and I ask the user, please enter your choice, okay? Then whenever user enters the choice, so I, I store the choice, which is maybe, the plus operator, maybe the user enters the dash operator, maybe the user enters the symbol of star or asterisk for multiplication, or maybe user enters the forward slash, for division, or user enters E for exit. So here I, store that one inside operation variable, like we declared here. And we can change if you want the variable. And oh, this variable I think is some, because it's in white. So maybe this operation is, a keyword. So I will change this one to twice. It's better to twice. Cn twice. Okay. It's better to be twice variable. So now we switch twice. And here for case plus, we first, see out. We say, enter the first number, and we say Cn number 1, and then enter the second number, say number 2. And here we say the result is, or we say cout, we say addition, or addition of, number 1 and number 2 is like this, okay? Addition of, it's better to use number 1, okay, and number 2, number 2 is equal to, say user here, equal operator, number 1 plus number 2, and I write here also inline. Or you can use, \n. It's better to write inline. And now we use break. So if the user entered the plus operator, so we check the choice. So we ask the user enter the first number, Cn number first, then enter the second number, then we add together, and then we break. Then if the user enters, the dash, if he enters, the dash operator, so we use dash. So of course here it is, we have to, let me format. Then we ask again, enter the first number, enter the second number. So I copy this part because I need this part every time. So I copy and I paste here. So let's paste here. Right click. So right click and paste because my keyboard is not Apple keyboard. So I cannot directly, Control V. So I just paste that. And then we change the addition to subtraction. Simple because we use every time that one. Number 1 and number 2 is, so we change here the operator to subtraction. And then we have break. And then we have another case multiplication. And then we need to paste again. So when we, in the next lectures, in the upcoming lectures, we study, functions. So when we study the functions, so we do not need to, write repetitive code. But right now, because we haven't studied that one, I need to, as you can see, this code is repetitive, every time we ask number 1, number 2, and this is for multiplication. Multiplication. My keyboard is Logitech keyboard, so it does not support, command. Okay. Multiplication. And then for case, forward slash. Of course, so we have forward slash. Here, I can again, paste the code. Enter first number, second number, and then we have here division. Division, and we perform division operator here. Okay. And then if the user enters E, case E, you have to use the case E. And in this case, if the user enters case E, so we need to exit the program, yes? So we do not ask for, then we see out. We see out. Let me see out. Let me see out. So I can say here, thank you for using, the calculator. Goodbye. Yeah. Thank you for using, thank you for using the calculator. And we say goodbye. goodbye. And then we say backslash n and semicolon. And at the end, because we use do while loop, yes, if you can see here, we have do while loop. So this is inside, this is the switch. And this is for the do while loop, the block which close the do while loop. So here we write our condition. And we say while flag is equal to true, or you just write flag, we ask the do while loop to perform those operations which we have here. Perform these operations which we have inside the loop until the flag is true. So here, what we do, if the user enters, case E, so first we need to hear flag is equal to false. Because once the flag has become false here, so the loop will not be executed after that. And the condition become false. So let's run our program first so we can see, is it working based on our logic which we want? So let's run our program. Okay. So it says, welcome to C++ calculator. That's great. It says plus for addition, minus for subtraction, and a star for multiplication, slash for division, and E for exit. So let's enter, I want to do a plus operator. Great. Enter the first number. I want to enter, 100. Enter the second number, for example, 20. It's working. And it says addition, addition of 120 is 120. That's great. Again, it asks me, hey, welcome to C++ calculator, addition, select addition, subtraction, or exit. So for example, I select, minus this time. If you can see it, ask me, to let me enter the first numbers. I enter, for example, 12. Enter the second numbers. I enter 2. It says 12 and 2, subtraction of 12 and 2 is equal to 10. That's correct. But now I enter the E. For example, I enter the E. So I enter the E and enter. It says, thank you for using the calculator and goodbye. So this is a simple calculator which you wrote it, using do while loop and switch case. So as you can see, I just explained again, we started, we have two numbers, number 1 and number 2. We have declared the variable twice, then we have declared the variable of flag. And the flag variable is first true because we need to check the condition until you see here we say perform the operation inside the while loop, the do while loop until the flag is true. So our condition is true. It becomes false when the user enters case E. So once the user enters E, it means the user wants to exit the program. So we can, and flag become false. Then here, false is not equal to true. So the condition become false and the program or the content of the do while will not be executed again. So here we used, we printed out our, information, as the user to enter twice, then we switch it twice. And then based on that operator, we just execute our, perform our operation. So this was a mini project or a small project, using a do while loop and switch case in C++. And I hope you enjoyed from this lecture and see you on the next lecture. Thank you for watching. And thank you for joining this YouTube channel. Please support this channel if you joined for the first time. So please, subscribe and like the video. And if you have any question, you can comment also your question. Thank you.